I rebuilt my entire month-end board deck this month without touching a single slide. Multiple slides, all on my template from one prompt. Most AI slide tools just spit out pretty marketing junk you can't use at work. This one built a real PowerPoint file from my raw GL export, matched the company brand, and caught a cache problem I hadn't even flagged yet. Today, I'm going to walk you through Claude for PowerPoint and show you how to set it up and get the same results. If we haven't met yet, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've helped automate more than 150,000 hours out of finance processes. Now, if you want the prompts, templates, and skills that I use in this and all my other videos, then click the link in the description to get access to my entire AI library. I'll also send you my free weekly newsletter, Finance AI Insider, with tips, tricks, and hacks just like this. So click the link in the description to get started. Here's the job I'm talking about, the monthly reporting deck. You open last month's file, save it under a new name, and start swapping numbers. Same charts, same template, same commentary you already wrote in an email 2 days ago. By the time it looks right, it's late, and you've added nothing to the business. You just moved data from one rectangle to another. I watched a controller on a team I worked with lose 3 hours to this every single month. Smart person doing mechanical work because the deck had to get built and nobody had given her a faster way. So here's how this works. 4 moves and they each build on each other. First, I teach Claude my brand, so everything comes out looking like my company. Then I build one slide from raw data. Then I edit that slide and adjust it just by talking to it. And then I build the whole deck in one prompt. By the end, you'll see a board-ready month-end deck come out of a folder of exports, and you'll have the exact prompts to do it yourself. First, make it look like yours. This is the step everybody skips, and it's the one that honestly makes the whole thing usable. Before I build a single slide, I hand Claude my company template and tell it to match. Colors, fonts, title, layout, all of it. Because an AI deck in generic blue PowerPoint is a deck you'll spend 30 minutes reformatting before anyone senior sees it. Let me show you exactly how this works. I'm going to give it my template and one plain slide and ask it to match. And here we are in PowerPoint. Now you'll see I've already got Claude open, but let me briefly show you how to get this. Now, if you don't have it installed, you're going to want to go to the add-ins button right here. When you go to add-ins, you're going to search for Claude. It's going to come up. It's going to look exactly like this. You want to make sure you get the one available from Anthropic. Claude in Microsoft Office. It's going to say made by Anthropic. You're going to install that, and then this window is going to come up. If you've watched any of my videos about Claude in Excel or Copilot in Excel or Copilot in PowerPoint, if you've watched any of my videos about Claude in Excel or ChatGPT in Excel, it's exactly the same functionality in PowerPoint, just obviously working with PowerPoint instead of Excel. But the add-in process and the sidebar is the same. And then you're going to see this come up. It's going to look just like a regular Claude chat with the normal functionality. So up here, you can see your chat history. You can start a new chat. You can get a few more options like your settings or the transcript. And then, of course, down here, you can add files, search, do connectors, plugins, skills, just like regular Claude. You can have it ask you before it does any edits, or you can have it accept all edits. That's what we'll do for this case. Just obviously be careful if if you're going to use that, make sure you have copies saved of your existing work. This turns on extended thinking, and then this lets you select the model. We, of course, are currently on Opus 4.8, which is the best model. And then, of course, if we want to prompt in anything, we can click this button. But now, as I said, the first thing we're going to do is we want to have Claude match our current templates. And we can do that simply by attaching a file just like we would in regular Claude. Now, I've got some files right here we're going to reference. This is an existing deck that we previously prepared for the F9 Finance Coffee Shop. We're going to pop this in, and we're simply going to ask Claude to review the deck and then create templates in this PowerPoint that match the formatting. So let's go ahead and put our prompt in, and then we can attach our file. Act as a financial analyst with over a decade of experience building financial PowerPoints. I want you to look at the attached PowerPoint slides I've provided and then set up this PowerPoint presentation to match the colors, branding, and formatting of our existing presentation. All right, so we'll go ahead and stop that. There's the prompt we just gave it. Let's go ahead and take our existing materials. We'll attach it there, and then we'll hit send, and we'll let Claude do its magic. All right, you see Claude is jumping right in. It's going to inspect the uploaded deck to understand its branding, the theme colors, fonts, masters, and layout structure. It'll do that inspection, and then it's going to start working right in our PowerPoint over here. All right, it's finding that it did not use the masters. It's finding that it needs to scan all of the individual slides for the colors, fonts, and structure. That's intentional. I gave it a little bit of a challenge. It found it's a dark themed coffee shop CFO deck. Dark forest green backgrounds, light mint text with bright green and gold accents, all in Calibri. Sounds right to me. It's examining the title slide, and it will keep working away. All right, Claude has confirmed it has the full branding picture. Here's the background, text, accents, font, and the motif. It's setting up themes and masters, and then it's going to build the slides, and you'll see right down here, it's listing and cataloging all of its steps. One of the reasons I absolutely love Claude for PowerPoint is you can follow along right down here. Here you can see it's starting to do the work. It's brought in our coffee logo. It's brought in the colors. It's adjusted everything with the font to look exactly like we need it to. You'll see it's still working on the overall theme, master branding, building slide 1, but so far doing a really good job of copying our branding and just continuing to work away. And you'll notice it's also checking its work as it goes, which is a really cool feature of this kind of AI agent workflow. And Claude's come back. It's all done. The blank deck is set up to match the coffee shop deck I gave it. The theme and the masters are going to apply to every new slide we add, or in this case, Claude's going to add, and we are ready to go. How cool is that? And look at that. It's in our format, our colors, our font, our title, our layout. And here's the key part. It's going to remember this for everything else we build in this chat. So every slide from here on comes out on brand for free. No extra prompting. That's the whole game. Now let's actually build something. I'm starting small on purpose. One slide so you can see the mechanics before we scale up. Next, what we want to do is we want to build a slide. So let's go ahead and build in our first slide, which is going to be our executive summary and our overview of the financials. Let's go ahead and build our first slide, which is going to be an overview of our year-to-date performance versus budget. So let's go ahead and do that. Continue to act as a skilled financial analyst. I want you to add a single slide to this presentation, evaluating year-to-date actual performance versus budget based on the financials that I'm going to attach to this chat. In addition to a chart showing the numbers, I also want you to include some commentary based on the numbers. All right, there we go. We've got that in. Let's go ahead and go grab our data set. So in this case, we're going to give it our F9 Finance Coffee Shop P&L for January to June 2023. We'll go ahead and send that off, and we'll let Claude go work its magic. Now, in theory here, what we've got is in the background, all of our branding is set up. So as it adds the new slide, it's automatically going to have access to all of that. Now what we're asking it to do is to construct the slide, to set it up, to lay it out, to pull in the analysis, and to write the commentary. But the branding step should already be done and ready to go. So far you'll see what Claude's doing is just like if you were working in regular Claude chat, it's working with the data, it's aggregating the data, it's doing the complete analysis. You'll see it's already come back and said revenue beat budget 5%, cost of goods sold ran a little bit beyond that, compressing margins. Marketing was great though, offsetting the cost of sales, netting a favorable EBITDA. Now it's going to grab the variance commentary voice skill. I didn't even tell it to do this. This is coming right from my Claude account. That variance commentary skill lives in my Claude account, and because I signed into this, it's gone and got that skill and it's applying it for me without me even asking. How cool is that? So now it's building the slide. You'll see the second slide has been added over here. Claude is doing all of its work on it. It's the new blank slide. It's inheriting all of our branding, and then it will go in and populate the content. All right, the slide's been added. Now it's adding in all the content, as you can see kind of over here. We can actually click over here. No reason to not show it while it works. Already doing some great setup. We've got KPI cards across the top. We've got the variance commentary here. And looks like the last thing that it needs to add is the chart on the left, which it's working on. Really cool thing to note down at the bottom is it's defining what gross profit and EBITDA are, and it's giving you a source of where all the data came from. That's honestly a lot better than a lot of decks I get today. And there's our chart. And there's our chart. So now it's coming to verify the slide. So it's not just going to dump it in here. It's going to verify it for us. But here's all of our KPIs. Here's our actuals versus budget, all of the commentary, and it's even checking its own work. All right, it's all done. It's summarized what it did for us, 4 KPI tiles, a chart, and the variance commentary. Footnote notes the methodology. One judgment call, this is against budget only. There's no prior year comparison. Yep, that's fair. And that is our completed slide. Wow, now that is just honestly really impressive. There it is, and notice it's already in our brand from the last step. Now, note that a first draft is never final, so watch what happens when I want to change it. This is where a lot of AI tools fall apart. They'll generate something once, but ask for a change, and you're starting over. Claude edits the file you've already got. You talk to it like it's a junior analyst who just handed you a slide. Now, this is a really great chart, and I don't have a ton of changes, but I want to show you what it looks like if you want to make changes, because this is not one and done. You can reiterate this if you need to. So let's see something that we may want to change on here. Okay, so here's an idea I've got, just a different layout. Really, again, this is a great slide. It did a really good job the first pass, but let's go ahead and make a couple of tweaks. Great job on the slide. I just want to make a few adjustments. Can you put variance commentary under each KPI, explaining each KPI and what the driver was? So that'd be one for revenue, one for gross profit, etc. Then below that and spanning across the page, you can do the actual versus budget chart, but I would like to see all of the accounts, not just revenue and profit. Okay, so just a few things for it to tweak. We're basically asking, can you take this variance commentary, put a little comment under each KPI, and then do a much wider chart showing all of our different accounts. We'll go ahead and send that off. Really, no reason to change. This is a great slide, but I want you to see what it looks like about how we can constantly reiterate a slide if we don't like exactly what we get back. All right, Claude has acknowledged what we're asking for, and now it's starting to do the work. So it's already adjusted kind of what the layout is. It's expanded the KPI cards to include a commentary. Hasn't done that yet, but it has set the placeholder for it, updating the chart to show all 6 accounts. So done the initial formatting and just working through the rest of the changes now. All right, so the chart has been updated. It's come in. We've got our revenue, cost of sales, labor, marketing, rent, and utilities. Now all we need is for the commentary to be expanded with the KPI card, and then it's reflected all of our changes. And now the KPI cards have been updated, everything exactly as we asked for it to be. Now, a cool note down here saying revenue dwarfs rent utilities. It's making the smaller accounts look small. Totally valid note. This is not how I would send it. I just wanted to show you what it could look like if we did this a little bit differently. Look at that. It reworked the chart off a simple prompt. It kept what was working and changed what we needed changed. Now, quick favor while you're watching. If this is landing for you, make sure to hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel get this in front of more finance pros. Now, one slide is nice, but let's work on the full deck. And now the main event. We're going to have Claude for PowerPoint build our entire month-end presentation. It has our financials, it has our P&L data. We're going to add in our point of sale transaction data and ask it to give us the full month-end view across multiple slides, however it deems. So let's go ahead and put our prompt in. Continue to act as a financial analyst. In addition to the profit and loss data I've already given you, I'm going to attach point of sale transaction data. I want you to build out the entire CFO month-end executive review deck for the F9 Finance Coffee Shop. This should include looks at individual location performance, should give looks at operational performance, and it should also incorporate some of the individual manager commentary that I'm going to give you. Use your discretion at the number of slides and the content for each, but make sure that it serves the CFO executive level audience. All right, there's our prompt. We're going to give it our data. So we gave it the P&L already. We're going to give it the point of sale and some of our manager commentary. We're going to go ahead and drop this in right here. As soon as both files are attached, there we go. We'll send it off and we'll let Claude go ahead and do its magic. Claude started off, it's acknowledged our request to build the full month-end review deck. It's going through the data, looking at everything that I've given it to build out the plan of what's available so that it can plan out the deck. Really good approach. I didn't tell it how to approach it. I said, use your discretion. And so far, so good. It's doing exactly the way that I would approach this. Let's look at all the data, figure out the story, and then build the deck. Claude's got its plan. It's going to be building 9 pages. So let's see, we've got the title, exec summary, consolidated P&L, location scorecard, a page for each of the locations, operational performance, outlook, risks, and recommendations. That is a great outline. And then down here, we've got the steps. So it has a list of all the different slides it's going to build, and then it's going to do a verification step, and we'll be ready to go. Checking in on where Claude is at so far, it's already through step 4 of 9. Here we've got the executive summary slide. It also updated the top slide. Remember, previously it was just a year-to-date budget review. Now it's the month-end executive review for June 2023. Already has a full another slide in and continuing to work away. Claude continuing to work away. This is a big ask. It absolutely not at all concerning if this takes 20 to 25 minutes. It's building an entire deck. But if we come down here, we have a location scorecard for our 3 locations, and it started building out what the individual location pages would look like. This is the Astoria page. Still on step 4 out of 9, but that's because it's working through what the different, actually it looks like it's moved to 5, it just hasn't acknowledged it because this is the prototype. But it's going to make sure it likes the location scorecard and an individual location before it builds out the rest. Looks like we're about halfway through the build. Claude continuing to work away. You see we've got the Hell's Kitchen location. We've got the Lower Manhattan location. We're on step 6 of 9. It's wrapping up the location slides. Then it just has to do operational, Outlook, recommendations, and then it will verify all the slides. Checking in with Claude, we are just about there. We've got the operational performance, pulling in all of our transactions. Obviously, gut checking it, not a surprise at all that the morning hours before work are when we see the biggest transactions for a coffee shop. Not at all surprising there. Oh, well, we were talking, it actually just started popping in the final Outlook risks and recommendations slide. So you'll see this is what it looks like when it pulls in from the master, and then it's going to start working away with the content there. All right, Claude is now on step 8 of 9. Here's our Outlook's risks and recommendations slide, which was the final slide. The only other one it needs to do is to finalize the slide, make sure it's happy with it, and then it's going to verify and check all of the slides. But you'll see here is our entire deck: executive summary, year-to-date performance, location scorecard, the individual locations, operational trends, and then the Outlook risks and recommendations. Just going to wrap all that up, check its work, and then we will be done. And Claude has come back with our entire deck, 9 slides all built out. Here's explaining how it serves the CFO audience. A couple of things that it flagged here. POS file has no pricing, so the metrics are a couple of things that flagged here. The budget is seasonally phased, not static, and the point of sale file has no pricing, so the metrics are transaction volumes and counts. It's also offering to add an appendix if we need it, but this is really great. We've got our month-end review overview slide. We've got the executive summary, year-to-date performance versus budget, location scorecard, Astoria, Hell's Kitchen, Lower Manhattan, operational performance, and Outlook's risks and recommendations, all in our formatting, all in our branding, all using our real numbers. How cool is that? Incredible. Title slide, executive summary, budget versus actuals, individual views by location, and most importantly, action. And if you want to go deeper on this, I have a video that will show you how to use Claude Cowork to automatically do your analysis and reporting to run the entire month end. The link is right up above. If you enjoyed this video, you definitely don't want to miss it. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.